Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Draft Day Sports College Basketball, and it is episode 62 in this long running series. This is also going to be the final episode of Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2017. Don't worry though, series is not going anywhere. We're going to go right on and upgrade to the soon-to-be released this coming Monday, Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2019. It will start as episode 1. But here's the thing, I need your help. In the comments, please let me know whether you would like me to continue on with this series as it is. So if the Olympic decathlon rings will stay alive, the Portland school, if I will keep, I can't keep all of it, I can't transfer all of it, but I can absolutely transfer my, well, it'll be 21 years experience. My skills, my attributes, the philosophies can all transfer. Likewise, while I don't know if I can necessarily edit this part, I can absolutely transfer this piece. The school information, the team prestige, where we are at the end of the year, all of those factors can transfer into the playthrough. I can continue with a 23 division pro relegation league, and I can put us into the division which we're going to be in next year. Now that we are 12-4 in conference, having won the conference again, 26-6 on the year, 18th in RPI, but 11th in the nation, I am set for Conference F for next season. So, should I continue in the 6th tier a year from now, or do I reset the playthrough and say, hey, we got as far as we could on the 2017 edition, and let's see what we can do with the 2019 edition and start my adventure over again from scratch with a brand new team and 0 prestige yet again. So let me know in the comments. Obviously, we have not won any real accolades at this point, other than the fact that we have technically 9 conference championships, because we've already won this year the conference championship, but it's not showing up in the stats. We have 500 all-time wins now, which is absolutely amazing, and that team prestige will be somewhere in the 30s next season. But speaking of next season, I've still got work to do this season. Let's get to that selection show and see what happens. But again, let me know in the comments.
You have new mail.
What do you want to see? Continue the journey or start from scratch? The only real thing that would definitely change is the current roster. The current roster would be random. But everything else I could pretty much set to the way it was, just up into that 6th tier. All right, well, let's see. What do we have? Elon is in North Carolina, Western Kentucky. And by the way, for the 2019 edition, I am planning on using a mod that will actually have all of the teams represent the college teams that they're supposed to represent. So Duke gets the number 1 seed here in Philadelphia. West Virginia, Louisville. Southern Illinois at Cincy. Oklahoma and Houston. Seattle, a 7 seed. Wow, I have not seen them in the tournament in ages, and they've got a 7 seed at 25-5. Good for them. So, Ohio State, that's a team that I haven't seen around much for a while. Okay, Chicago region. UNLV. With the 1 seed there. Taking on Winthrop. We got Nashville in the 2 seed. Texas is the 3 seed. And Stanford, the 4 seed in Chicago region. Old Dominion picks up a 5 seed. Good for them. USC, Villanova, Virginia Tech, and Virginia. That'll be a big matchup, especially at an 8-9 seed. On to Tampa, halfway through. Indiana with a 1 seed. Maryland, the 2. Arkansas, the 3. Minnesota gets the 4 seed. Muncie. You've got Illinois, the 5 seed. Nebraska. Looks like we might be in that last region. Iowa State. On to Denver. And the 1 seed here is Syracuse, with Georgia as the 2 seed. Memphis, the 3 seed. Can I get as high as a 4 seed? I would think I could get as high as a 4 seed with my ranking. No, not a 4 seed. There it is, a 5 seed. Okay, so 5th seed, we're going to be playing in Denver, and we get Louisiana State. So this is LSU. They are 19-11. Southern Houston, Gonzaga, Auburn, and that is your upcoming NCAA tournament, the final one of the 2017 edition of this game. Now, we've got a few things to do in this episode besides these games. Let's check where we're at on recruiting. It is evaluation time, so it is not time for any visits right now. Johnson and Fuller have already signed on, but we have, 4 scholarships additionally out there? Smith, not even in his top 10 right now. Abrams, not in his top 10. Moore, same. Levy, 10th. So all 4 current offers besides our 2 guys with letter of intents. The highest we are on any of their lists is 10th. However, I have not visited any of them. Any. They have an offer. I've called them. But we've never had those one-on-one chats. So we'll see how we are doing. But it's going to take that time where we can actually go on a visit. Last thing before we get into the first game, the first round game, is I want to check, let's see, roster. No, wait, not roster. Let's go with history. There it is. Career stats. Chris Monroe, already up to 5th now in field goals made. Anybody free throws? Brian Steele is 7th. 3-pointers. Chris Monroe is 4th on the all-time list, just 2 away from 200, but Darrell Erskine has a huge lead in that category. But Monroe, before the end of this tournament, if we get through a handful of games, could be all the way up to 2nd. And he is not a senior. However, obviously, that next season, we're not going to get a chance. So these records matter more now, this season. Despite how many he's made, he's still not even on the career 3-point percentage list. Total points, There we go. 6th and 7th. Monroe has pulled away from Andre Moore in this category. So Moore was ahead not so long ago, but Monroe up to 6th and extremely close to passing Clifton Jennings for 5th on the all-time list. And if he has if we have a good run in this tournament and he adds a lot of points, he could very well move up that list more than just that one spot. Andre Moore, 2nd on the assist list, also has the potential to get ahead of Perry. Brian Steele 6th in the rebounds. So we are going to chase some records. Let's get to that first game, huh? Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and Mississippi State in the NIT game. Mississippi State gets the win on that one. Again, this is the highest rank my team has ever had here in the NIT. Olean beats West New Orleans. Indiana State beats San Jose State. By the way, I just started a new college football series here on the channel, also from Wolverine Studios, Draft Day Sports, College Football 2019 edition, and it is San Jose State that I took over to make the Olympic Decathlon school. Princeton beat Greenville, so Greenville out of the CBI. Georgia State, Massachusetts, Lowell. Massachusetts, Lowell with a big win that time, 20-point victory. So Southern Illinois and Cincinnati Jesuit. Oh man, who is, what school is that? I should know this. Well anyway, Southern Illinois, 13 seed. Tough matchup for them. We should be the next day, so we're 1 day away from our game here in the first round of the tournament. Technically it's round 2, but come on. The play-in games are play-in games, not the first round. Southern Illinois with the upset over Cincinnati Jesuit. Nice. All right, it is time, but before, let's see. Congratulations, Coach. Your team has been selected to participate in the National Championship Tournament. Best of luck to you. Here is that scouting report from the Conference E LSU. And we are pretty heavily favored here. We're even at shooting guard, but Monroe has the advantage, and Lewis has the advantage, and our bench has the advantage. Their best player is Aaron Burke at power forward, who is about even with Steele. Now, I've got quite a few seniors here, so next year would be a little bit of a down year for me anyway. Just something to think about if you have not already input a comment on what you think I should do for the 2019 edition. But let's get to it here. All right, pressure's on because for the first time, I really feel like I'm in a position to make a bit of a run in this tournament. We've gotten to the Sweet 16 twice. We have not gotten past that point. My expectation is to at least get that far. We're going to try to go pretty quick through this game. I would hope that we should be able to get well ahead, though we trail here early, 6-2, 8-2. Starting to build a little momentum to get back in this thing, but we're down 10 points here, and that is a good excuse to use a timeout. If I can get one in. There we go. Also need to turn the volume down a little bit here. Sometimes I forget how loud the game audio is on this game. That should be much better now. Alright, we are still down in that double-digit territory. Milton right now off to a big start, 13 points, but Chris Monroe, just 2 points for him and a couple fouls. So you can see where our struggle is. Now, we've got a little momentum before the half, closing the lead down to 5. So I'm going to use a timeout here. Come on. Really? You're not going to... That took me 4 minutes to get a timeout in. And we have the lead for the first time since the very, very beginning of the game. Sean Swift now has 13 points as he has led this charge. 5 of 6 shooting for him. Andre Moore, 8 points, just 2 assists. He's having a quiet day. But we lead 69-63 there for a moment. Let's slow it down here for the final 5 minutes just a little bit. Rebounds, -2. Turnovers are level. Shooting, 52% from the field. That's where we're getting it done. It's the free throw line that's keeping them in it, as well as their ability to drain some three-pointers. But we're stretching that lead out a little bit. Now 10 points, 79-69. Milton continues his big day. 16 points. Monroe still just 6 points for him. Very, very quiet game. He does have 3 blocks and 2 steals. (82-73) after a big dunk there from Aaron Burke. But after the miss from Moore, Robinson grabs the rebound here. 2 minutes to play, and Moore finishes that one off. Put us back to double digits. Steele commits the foul. Moore turns it over, but 10-second violation. Great job on that backcourt defense. Milton goes to the line. He misses the first. Oh, it's a 1-and-1. It is a 1-and-1, and he misses the first. Moore is going to get the rebound after a missed shot there. The ball is stolen, and they have really cut this lead down. There's 19 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and use a timeout here. And 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and that's it. 87-77. Sean Swift finishes the game off nicely with a three-pointer there. So after that turnover by McWright, we got the job done. So Sean Swift, probably the hero of the day, as he came up big during the comeback. Milton did a really good job, but Milton did most of his scoring in the first half. And you can see stat line wise, Sean Swift 6 of 8 shooting, hero of the day. Moore did get up to 12 points and eventually got to 4 assists, but he had 7 turnovers. So our two biggest stars, Moore and Monroe, really struggled in this one. Now, one thing is, I did not see Lewis pretty much at all in the second half, so I'm a little nervous that he might have picked up an injury in that game. But we do survive a first-round scare against LSU. We do pull it out with a comfortable second half, and in the end, it looked more comfortable than it was with the 10-point victory. Next up will be Miami. Miami ranked 24th in the nation, 20-10 record. But meanwhile, Southern Illinois, who survived their first round, will take on Oklahoma next. Let's go ahead and go that one day forward.
You have new mail.
And Miami's actually the higher seed in this one. They're ranked 24th. I'm ranked 11th. They got a higher seed than I did. Selection committee didn't care for me too much, and maybe I see why. They are in Conference A, so this is top flight. And they went 20-10, and you could see how much closer this matchup is from that last one. So Moore and Stooks level. Milton better than Hayden, even though I'm kind of weak at shooting guard. Monroe, our best player, is outmatched by the sophomore Patton. Chambers, the freshman, is better than Steele. Lewis is better than Kuhn. Our bench is better. This is going to be a tight matchup. Best player, of course, is Timmy Patton. If he's better than Monroe, he's got to be very good. This could be a difficult game to get past just to get to the Sweet 16. All right, well, let's get to that second game. Not much is going to happen until in between these two games. Based on time, we do need to move fast again, so at least first half we'll go at full speed. We get the game underway. We open up with the first 3 points, but they also match with 3 of their own. And light scoring through the first couple minutes, but we've gone cold after that. Now we're getting things going 13-13, -3 on rebounds early on, but +2 on turnovers. If we shoot the ball a little bit better, and there we go already, we could be in good shape. 2019, 10 minutes to go here in the first. 3-pointers, 4 of 7, but they're 3 of 8. Free throws, both teams 4 attempts. We've had more field goal attempts, but the same number of makes. We need to start shooting the ball a little bit better. Turnovers +1, rebounds +2. So that's all looking good, and this is a close game here so far. I'm going to go ahead and use one timeout here before the half, because you lose that one anyway. It's always a chance to try to build a little momentum. And speaking of, we went from a 1-point game to Miami ahead by a lot in a hurry there, as they've got a comfortable lead, and they're coming out here in the second half and going even further. I'm going to use my full timeout to get back into this thing. We trail by 12. Rebounds -4, turnovers +1. I don't see where the problem is, except for, well, they're shooting a little bit better. Free throws are close. Yeah, why are we so far behind? Difficult to explain. Well, it is a bit closer now. 63-57. Milton, 21 points. Big day, but just 8 of 17 shooting. That's Kobe kind of numbers. He'll get you 20, but he's going to take a lot of misses, though his percentage just went up after a couple quick makes there. Oh, slow. 3 minutes to play, and we trail by 15. Timeout. Trail by 17. We're done. Chris Monroe's got 15, but we are done. We are not coming back from that in the last 2.5 minutes with just one timeout left. Let's go ahead and work the ref a little. Something I never do. Use that last timeout. They make both free throws. And it looks like our season is going to end very prematurely here in just the second round. This will be a new record score, but we're going to come up short of 500. So this game is going to end short of 500 points in the gaming decathlon. We're down by almost 20 points here with 1:40 to play. Boy, they've been to the free throw line a lot, and we have not. Go ahead and yell at the ref here. Blocks 12-6 advantage for Miami, so that's one area they're really beating up on us. And you can see Patton, 22, 8 of 10 shooting. Kuhn, 20 points as well, and 10 boards for Chambers. So their big three really controlling this game. Lewis, 1 of 7 shooting. Yes, he's got 7 boards, but that's where we're really hurting. Monroe, big day. Milton, big day. Steele, decent, okay-ish numbers, but they're not getting support. 8 assists for Moore, so even though he's shooting 1 of 7, now 2 of 8, that's not the problem. But there it is, season done. 90-75, we go down. -4 on rebounds, +3 turnovers, field goals, 70 attempts to their 57, and yet they made more than us. So it's not like we didn't get our looks. Free throws, yeah, that was the thing. We only had 10 attempts. They had 21, but that wasn't the problem. 3-pointers, just about level. So really, it came down to shooting the ball. We had way more attempts than they had. They shot 53% from the field. They shot the ball extremely well. So that's where that loss came in. But just like that, our season is done in the second round. So we did not get to the Sweet 16 and did not surpass our record. So the highest we've ever got on this playthrough was Sweet 16. Now, to me, what I would prefer is I'd like to carry on this series into the 2019, because there's still work to be done. We're not done. We haven't won anything yet. We haven't even had a Final Four appearance. Sure, we've won conference championships, but we're still not to the top tier. And we have not done anything in the NCAA tournament as of right now. So, The 2017 edition will finish with that final score just shy of 500 in the game decathlon, and that's not bad. But personally, my vote, one vote, just one, I don't count extra, I'll count myself one vote, is continue on with the series. Vote with me, vote against me, either way. It's up to you what you want to see. All right, so let me know in the comments below. Let's check those records and see how Monroe did. He did pick up 19 points today, but he had a pretty weak first round game. And that should be in history. There we go, records. Okay, Monroe still... Oh, yeah, Monroe moves up to 5th here on field goals made. Free throws, it's Steele at the top. 3-pointers. Monroe goes up to 4. He made 0 3-pointers, or did they not count? They didn't count. There is no change to stats, so this is all regular season only. Regular season only. So we didn't make any progress on those records. That's sad. I will definitely be checking on my prestige before transferring the series, because there will be an update at the end of the year. Okay, and it is contact period, so we'll see how things go with these guys. We'll finish off this tournament also and see who the champion for this year is. And meanwhile, it's time to put in some visits. So location, and you are from Washington, so you care about academics a lot too, though, and that's certainly a strength for me. Let's go with location. Both of them are next state over. Good academics, but certainly not an A. Okay, it's obvious which 4 guys I'm going to go see. Abrams cares about location. California, so same thing. We'll go location. We'll pitch that. Okay, Moore, and then Levy. Playing time or location or conference prestige. You're from Wyoming, so location's not going to play off as well. This could be a difficult one. Conference prestige, starting to get up there, but not great. Playing time doesn't always pitch that well. Academics could go well, but not necessarily. His GPA isn't great. It's like he cares, but doesn't care strongly. Let's try playing time. It's risky. And Levy, Oregon, and location matters, so absolutely we're going to pitch location. All right, so Princeton, Indiana State, and the CBI. Indiana State comes out on top. And we're going to get to the NCAA tournament, the one that matters. We got Duke, Southern Illinois. We got South Orange, a.k.a. Syracuse. No. No. Because Syracuse was a 1 seed. Let's see, UNLV still alive. Wow, all top 4 seeds in Chicago still alive. Malibu, the only upset one there with Indiana. Yeah, see, there's Syracuse. Georgia, New Mexico, and Miami beating us. New Mexico with the upset on that one. All right, now we got some games that actually have played out. So, Duke over Southern Illinois, South Orange, wherever that is, not sure. UNLV over Stanford, Texas with the upset over Nashville. Not a major upset. 3 seed, 2 seed. Tampa. We got Indiana over Malibu. We've got Maryland over Arkansas. So we've got a 1-2 matchup on that one. Syracuse barely beats Miami, just 2 points. And New Mexico in a very, very close win over Georgia. Huge upset too. They are an 11 seed. An 11 seed, yes.
You have new mail.
Okay, Duke into the Final Four. Oh. No, that's not Duke. 64. I read that wrong. I thought it was 74. South Orange into the Final Four. And UNLV. Let's see what happened here with those home visits, though. Okay, Levy went well. Smith went well. Abrams went well. And Moore went well. Okay, that is good. We might get all of our guys that we want. We're just finishing this off because why not, right? All right, Smith, we jump to 5th. It is a quiet week, though. No contact this week. But we are up to 5th on his list. Abrams, up to 7th. Moore, up to 10th. Told you that was a risky move. It worked, but only up to 10th. And Levy, up to 6th. So we're at least in contention. Meanwhile, other guys, Klein likes us. Killian, still 10th on... We've been 10th on his list a long time. Hurd, 10th on his list. But at this point, it's too late to really go after anyone else. Okay, Maryland and New Mexico. New Mexico keeps it up, so all the way into the Final Four. Be a little while before we get to those. Heading into April now. Final days of the season. Okay, that week is done. I think we have contact again this week. South Orange over UNLV, knocking them off. And New Mexico, the dream run continues as they knock off Maryland 68-51. And your championship game is a 2 seed, but the 3rd ranked team in the nation, South Orange, and a completely under the radar New Mexico team. Before that game, though, let's check in on the recruiting. It's a dead period, so nothing happening this week. There is just the one contact week. By the way, I've seen the layout because it's in beta right now, the 2019. It's not available on Steam as of yet, but you can get early access to the beta if you go to the WolverineStudios.com. So go to their website and you can access that already now. Pre-release. Release is coming up on Monday. Alright, well, let's get back to this. Let's see what happens. What happens? Who's it gonna be? I'm more excited than normal just because it's the final one. And there it is, South Orange, who I'm not even sure who South Orange is. Florida? No? The Gators, maybe? Alright, we'll go on to the awards. Before we get to there, though, I'm curious. Who is... Wow, look at that. 1, 2, 5, 4, 6... Okay, apparently that's where those top rankings come from. But South Orange is not. Yeah, because they're Syracuse. They're not in Conference B either. Conference C, there it is. Buccaneers. Florida State. Seminoles? No, it wouldn't be Buccaneers. It's Pirates. Who's Pirates? I do not know. I am at a loss on who that would be. But here are those top divisions. Wow, look at how weak E is this year. F has a couple top teams. And then down in G, we have just the one team, myself, in 11th. But there you go. Let's check out those awards and see what, if anything, we have got our hands on here in the final season. Oh, no, G. There we go. All right, Player of the Year, Chris Monroe, the junior. I was really looking forward to seeing his senior year. Maybe I'll play that one more season off camera and let you know how he did. Freshman of the Year, James Clacton out of Georgia State. Jason Lewis, Defensive Player of the Year. Coach of the Year, yet again. I've won that quite a few times. First Team All-Conference. Let's see who we have. Michael Jackson, Chris Monroe, David Barlow, A.J. Church, Jason Lewis, and Michael Jackson. So 2 first team all-conference players. And how about second team all-conference? Got a couple guys possibly in contention, but it looks like that's a big no. Yeah, big NO on that. No additional players. And that's going to be that. So, again, the final score for the game of Decathlon, just a little bit shy of 500. Be sure to check in on the weekly review to see what the exact score ends up being. Those records, the March Madness games, the tournament games, didn't count for those stats. So, whoa, I only signed one player. Yikes. Jim Smith gave us a verbal, number 191 ranked player. So that was actually the top 3 guys on my list, but I did not get the other 3, or at least not at this point. I think there is still a week or 2 before the last of the signing happens, but maybe not. Doesn't matter. Final ranking though, no change to the rankings. Season review. Let's go look. Yeah, there you go. There's the updated. So final tally, at least for the 2017 edition, is 9 conference championships, 12 NCAA tournament bids. That's pretty big. Team Prestige, was that already 27? I think it dropped. I think our Prestige actually went down. No, okay, it was at 27 already. Or it hasn't shown up on here yet. I think it was 29. Oh yeah, Seattle got ranked there as well. They were way down at the bottom with me. Alright, well anyway. There we are. So we have made it to the end. Again, let me know in the comments what you want me to do, and we will go from there, starting next week with College Basketball 2019 Draft Esports. So I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.